Hi, this is Kelly from The Truth in Story, and I'm going to do a quick go through of the cards from the Storyworld that I just did a video on today, and I'll link that below because Quofin had asked if I would, she'd like to see the cards in their separate sets and closer up so she could kind of decide which one she wanted, which I thought no problem. So that's what I have here is both sets together. I'm gonna start with the main set. Okay, so this is this box set right here. Create a Story Kit, Storyworld, storytelling book in 40 Tell Your Own Story cards by John and Caitlin Matthews. These are not in any kind of order, although there are 4 breakdowns of, let's see what the book says. There is the world of everyday that has like the mother, the father, grandmother, grandfather, dog, cat, you know, daughter, son. The world of magic, which has like the enchantress, spell of forgetting, the key, things like that. The land of fairy and the realm of the court, like the king, the queen, the prince, princess, soldier, fool, knight, labyrinth, talking bird, and the castle. And they do have different, each of the kind of suits has a different looking border. So these are the same, even though it's not the exact same border, it's kind of similar looking. And then the enchantment ones will have a similar border, but they're not exact. So these are not in order, but this is the main set of the Storyworld cards. So here we have, I'm just going to go through these quickly. We have the enchantress, the talking bird, the prince, the princess, the knight, the man in the moon, the wishing tree, the magic mirror, I love this one, the soldier, the keeper of dreams, the key, there's so many things going on in this one, the fisherman, the 3 wishes, the spindle of loss, the charm of finding, the labyrinth, the eternal flame, the spell of forgetting, the fairy, the king, the queen, the talisman, the rainbow, the wild beast, the star blanket, the leaf boat, the door to fairyland, the river, the charm of healing, the youngest daughter, the youngest son, the grandmother. You can see these are changing. This kind of plain wall is the, you know, kind of everyday people, and you can see those dots though are changing over here. The grandmother, the grandfather, the mother, the father, the cat, the dog, the magic sleep, the castle, the well of memory, and the fool. So that was the initial original set of 40 cards, and this is what the backs look like. They all have the same border around it, but then inside of it has Storyworld. It has the name of the card, the I am the jester who makes you laugh, so like a statement, and then 3 questions for each of the cards. So that's what's on the backs of each of the cards. And you'll see on the expansion, it's the same border, it's just in a different color. And nothing on the actual card, I'm looking, TM copyright, limited, no, nothing. And it has whoever illustrated it, because it looks like by different people on the top. But nothing on here says, other than the color, that it, you know, I wish it said like fairy, the magic or fairy magic expansion or something, but nothing except for the color of it differentiates it. So that was the original set. Then this is the Fairy Magic set, or expansion pack, which the expansion packs have 28 cards. And again, the backs are the exact same, except for that it has a blue coloration instead of the green. And so here we have the Fairy Path, the Homeward Path, the Valley Beyond Time, the Merry Shoemaker, the Spellcatcher, love that, the Hill of Playing, Fairyland, the Green Children, see the children up in the tree, the Fairy Troop, it's Henge up there, the Nest, the Brownie, the Wild Woods, I just love this card, the Green Stone, the Fairy Godmother, and you can see they tie in, like there's the hind back here. We have probably the Brownie sleeping there. We have a locket here that might tie in. So there's different little bits that you can find that will tie into the other cards. But here we have the Fairy Godmother, the Fairy Arrow, the Fairy Queen, the Midnight Mushrooms, the Fairy Charm. And I apologize for my nails. I painted them last night and for whatever reason it just fell apart in one day. The Fairy Deer, the Fairy Ring, the Healing Apple, the Fairy Shield, the Fairy Messenger, the Fiddler, kind of has that Pied Piper feel, the Fairy King, the Changeling, this is one I don't keep in, the Dancing Spell, I don't have that one in there either, or the Guardian of the Way. I don't know why, I mean it shouldn't, I mean he's got a nice, I guess I'll just stick them all in there. So there we have it. So that was the Fairy Magic expansion pack. So they actually, you know, shuffling wise, because obviously that makes for 68 cards. And I plan on getting more, although then I probably will pick out ones I really like. I just kind of corner shuffle them like that. And then I will probably, you know, generally when I had a mix the first time, I did one good swish onto the ground. But I found with real big cards like that, if you just kind of go off the corners, because I don't, well, I might, no. Yeah, I couldn't do it that way. So you kind of have to corner shuffle them. That was like that. Or, I haven't tried this. You can, yeah, you can get in there, as long as you make, you know, nice big movements. Actually, I think I got them all flip-flopped around, which I mean, I'll have to do it. But so that's how you would, you can shuffle them. Either the side shuffle like that. Yeah, I have them now all messed around. I'll have to fix them. But anyway, so there's a quick look, a closer up look at the cards because, again, Quilfin did ask, and she's my dear friend, and so I was happy to do so. So there you go. Have a good night.